Hey everybody, I am Mr. Marcus White.
And I'm David.
And we are your hosts for the comment section. Oh, you're not going to sing the song? All right, cool. First time for everything. It's okay. It's all right. It's too late. Right.
Listen, you got right into it, so I didn't get a chance to, I was nervous.
Not nervous. What you nervous for?
Clearly everybody knows you're an abuser, and I'm always the one who gets attacked.
I should have been recording when I actually, because for those who are watching us on YouTube, I said I wore that jacket back in 2019.
Oh my God, are you really going to say this?
2019, because you're saying I'm the abuser. You're saying I'm the abuser. I just got. He read me. See, this is the thing. You guys think he's so nice and loving. The bitch is messy and shady and mean for no reason. I said I wore the jacket, and he said, "Oh, that's why I had to take it to the dry cleaners that one time because you wore it."
No, and nobody can believe
you're the abuser.
Know I'm the nice one on the show, and you are the one who. Yeah,
you're not. You're not. So who wore the jacket better, you or I?
The fuck kind of question is that? You know what? You want me to fall down your rabbit hole of negativity, but I don't want the audience to see that. You know, you were.
You already answered the question. You already answered the question when you said, "What kind of question was that?" That just answered the question. So
you were.
Thank you. No, whatever. Go to hell. Go to fucking hell. You in that fucking jacket. Yo, David, I am going to be tuned in on January 1st, okay? The first day of the New Year's. TLC is doing a show on Mary Cosby. All right, it's called The Cult of the Real Housewife. Now, you don't watch Salt Lake City. Mary is a pastor of her church. It's a Pentecostal church, and she actually inherited from her grandmother, who was the pastor as well. Now, we told you this a month ago when we first started this season of the podcast, that Mary is married to her grandfather, her step-grandfather. So he was married to her grandmother. When she passed away, the grandfather claims that the grandmother said, "I want you to marry Mary and take care of her." And Mary was following what her grandmother wants. So when she married the grandfather, Mary became the pastor of the church. Now, in the early seasons of Salt Lake City, in season 2, it was rumors of Mary actually, her church being a cult. They brought in one of the men who came on the show. He was just one of the friends of one of the housewives, the Salt Lake City housewives. He came on and said that Mary and her grandfather, I know it's her husband, but I like to be shady, Mary and her grandfather forced this man to put up his home and give them $300,000 and told him that he's going to go to hell if he doesn't contribute this money. And so he was saying that other people, they force other people in their congregation to do the same thing. And this was back in season 2. So that was in maybe 2020 or 2021 that this happened. When she saw that play out on TV, because she didn't know that he actually filmed a scene on the season until it aired, she quit the series and did not come back for 2 years because she tried to avoid all the questions. To me, that just told me you're guilty. She skipped the reunion and she quit the series to avoid any question involving her church. And that just told me that, what Cardi B say? That's suspicious. You look suspicious, because when you're not guilty, you would attend the reunion and you would defend your church. But the fact that she skipped the reunion season 2 just made me think that she's suspicious. Now, when I saw this trailer dropped on Wednesday. And the fact that TLC is doing this show, TLC doesn't just put out anything just to put it out. TLC is like CNN. They do their homework, and they don't put out stuff unless they have actual proof and they actually have people that's going to come forward. If you haven't seen the trailer, I'm going to play the trailer. Hopefully YouTube will not strike me for a copyright. So let's hope that we all can watch the trailer together. Take a look at this trailer, everybody.
Mary Cosby is the villain that you love on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Mary's the pastor of Faith Temple Pentecostal Church.
I'm chosen.
Mary being married to her step-grandfather was the only thing that people could talk about.
This was the reason that people were watching the show.
He was saying that God was telling him to marry my sister. Next thing you know, she's in his house and they're doing God knows what.
You married your grandpa, and that's it.
Feel the
absolutely believe that Mary and Robert are running a cult.
In the eyes of the Faith Temple Church, she is God.
But you ain't coming back unless you come for me. I go back.
What's up, man?
I'm coming through dark.
You destroy your family to put Robert and Mary first.
Mary's kink is money.
If you have skeletons in your closet, you better not join a reality TV show.
Like a puppy would do.
What do y'all think that you are actually getting away with?
It's time for people to know the truth.
The Cult of the Real Housewife. A TLC special event premieres Thursday, January 1st at 8.
David, they got people coming on who are past from the church, who used to be part of the congregation, that people coming on saying that it was a cult. And you and I talked about Heather Gay, who's from the Salt Lake City Housewives, who has a separate show called Surviving Mormonism, which is airing currently. And we were saying that I think I was saying that I don't like when people bash religion. Just because you have a bad experience doesn't mean that the religion is bad. I didn't like it when Heather Gay did it. I didn't like it when Leah Remini did it with Scientology. And I don't like that they're doing it to Mary, but I'm slightly curious to see what they're going to say. I don't like it, but I just want to see what these people have to say. Because to me, when you give up $300,000, when you tell someone in your congregation to give you $300,000 or you're going to go to hell, and this person saying that you told a lot of people in the congregation to do the same thing, that is like a cult. That is very much a cult. And on top of that too, when we've seen scenes of her church, her preaching and stuff in church, her congregants sometimes act like she's God. I swear to God, they be acting like she is God herself. And the people, and I remember one scene, this woman was like, I love you. And if anything happens to you, I'm going to kill myself. Like, that's what she said. Now, that's a Jim Jones. Remember Jim Jones when he made everyone drink the Kool-Aid? She gives me Jim Jones vibes. All right. I can't wait. I know I'm a hypocrite because I said I don't like when people bash religion on public platforms.
Well, we're more inquisitive about it. It is very extremely intriguing. So again, I'm with you. I'm not saying that we should bash religion, but it's not really a religion. It's just a church. So this is a little bit different.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not really a religion. It's a church. And so when people are having such secluded type of worship, it gives me. It is not a religion vibe. It's deeper than a code. It's something like, I don't know. It was very, very eerie, especially when I never did like when church people be pushing people's head down. They be falling all over. But how they were looking at her and all like as if she is this goddess from the motherfucking wind. That was kind of freaky to me. Maybe it was me. I was like, oh no, this is kind of crazy. And to your point, I don't like bashing religions, but it's not a religion. This is just a single church who have all this control, but $300,000 from somebody, you telling this that's so corrupt and evil.
He put up his house.
Again, allegations. But if this comes out to be true, I'm interested in it. That's all I have to say. I'm very.
Oh, you want to hear something more crazier? After that man said that in season 2, which was in 2021, he died. For those who are listening, I'm doing air quotes. He died 6 months later after he made that statement.
Oh, no.
Dead serious. Died. And he's like in his mid-40s. It was something like a freak accident, but what are the odds? You come on and you out this church, you out Mary and her grandfather, and you make these accusations, and 6 months later you died. I'm doing the air quotes for those who aren't watching. Died out of the blue. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to bash Mary. Like, see, you need to watch Salt Lake City because Mary, she's special. Like, she's really special. Like, I don't want to.
People dying. I don't want to bash Mary either. You may be right. Shit, I don't want to bash her. Mary, this is all allegations, honey. Hey, we just are interested in it. Allegations, because I don't want a freak accident.
No, but she don't have that many congregants in her congregation. She has at least about 50, and she's been having this church for 20 years now, and she can never get more than 100 people. And that also makes me think maybe this is a cult. It's just a little suspicious, for all the Salt Lake City watchers. I think that we all aren't surprised about the accusations, but I'm just surprised that TLC is doing a documentary. The fact that TLC is doing a 3-part documentary on this woman alone, Mary Cosby is really a nobody. So for TLC to do this documentary, I'm surprised. TLC, that's no shorter than CNN. It's going to be good.
Something
where there's smoke and fire.
Something to it. I'm trying to tell you, because to your point, the reason why they need credible sources before they can publish something like this, because nobody wants to go through any kind of legal action. So if you have an organization, a media organization like TLC, doing a whole documentary in a 3-part series, is something to it. Now, Mary, I'm not saying it's not me, Mary. I'm not saying you did anything per the last guy who said something. I'm not talking negative about you, baby. I'm just saying where there is smoke, there is usually fire. But Marcus said that, by the way.
Don't put that on me. Don't put that on me. Okay, you joined this podcast. It says the comment section with Marcus and David. Because let me tell you about Miss Mary M. Cosby. Her season 2 tagline was, "If you come for me, I'm gonna send Jesus after you." And Jen Shaw went to jail. Jen Shaw went to jail after that season. Her and Jen Shaw had a fight. Jeannie came out. Came out that Jeannie, one of the past cast members, was a racist, and her and Mary got into it. So I don't want Mary to pray and send Jesus after me. I'm just. But okay. In the trailer, David, remember I told you that we were featured on someone's YouTube channel? His name was Up and Adam. And he was the white man in the video. And I'm like, oh, look at that. If you guys don't know, Up and Adam, which is a famous YouTuber, he, I guess, watches our podcast, and he featured a couple of our clips on his YouTube segment, which is kind of cool. I had someone tell me that a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, what? I didn't even know Up and Adam even knew who I was. So, hi, Adam. And hi, Mary. But just to wrap this up, isn't this weird that her grandmother ordered her husband to marry her granddaughter? That's a cult. That's like you and I being married and you having a grandchild, and I'm like, when I die, or when you tell me when you die, marry my grandchild. Like, that's just weird. Why would you want your husband to marry your grandchild? Right.
I don't think she said that. That's weird. That's cult kind of shit.
That's what that's what all her family is saying. And then I told you the mother wanted to marry the grandfather as well. So then that's why Mary and her mother wasn't talking, because the mother was angry that the grandfather chose Mary and not her. Just really weird. Weird family.
Wait, the mama was mad because the mama wanted the granddaddy too?
Mary and her mother did not talk for 30 years. The mother passed last year. She did not talk for 30 years because she was mad the grandfather chose Mary. She wanted to marry the grandfather. She wanted to marry her mother's. She wanted to marry her mother's husband. I don't think so. If you look at him,
he got to.
No,
he can't. Them ugly ones be having something. It ain't no way. The mama looks like talked to you for 30 years.
He looks like he has an innie. You ever seen someone with an innie? Like, it just inverts. I used to work in a hospital, so when we had to put like a catheter in a male, we had to like roll the skin back and try to make him erect to make the penis come out. Oh yes. Look up, Google any for males. It's usually for older men, like in their 60s and 70s, but it's possible. You give me the signs that you're going to have it any within 10 years. So you better look up the signs and make sure you don't get that. That's what you get for saying that I made. That's what you get for the jacket comment earlier before the podcast. That's what you get, huh?
And your booty hole I didn't forget. And your booty hole is an Audi. Okay? Your booty hole is an Audi because it's...
Anyways, that was so weak. That was so weak. Try again. Anyways.
Somebody is crying.
Anyways.
Somebody is crying. Guarantee you. We want to mark the comments down for this section, y'all. When y'all hear this, was booty hole and Audi hilarious? Or was his... I'm going to be like that. Watch, you're going to see. I'm going to win. I will. So watch.
Your lips look like look like a bamboo ass. All right. Shut up. Put them out. Put them out. Anyways, I'm watching this, The Cult of the Real Housewife, that airs on January 1st. Talk about a good way to go into 2026 on the first day of the year. Oh, real quick. This is my prediction too. They filmed this reunion, this season's reunion of Salt Lake City, 2 weeks before this airs. I'm predicting Mary is going to skip the reunion because she knows she's going to be questioned about this special, this 3-part special. So I'm predicting Mary's going to skip the reunion and possibly leave the show to avoid any questions, because she can't come back next season and have this 3-part documentary out there because people are going to question her about it. So I think she's going to quit and she's going to skip the reunion. My prediction, and we shall see if it's true or not. I just want to tap into the latest episode of the Salt Lake City Housewives. You know, I'm just really not feeling the season. I expressed this a couple of weeks ago, that these women are just fighting with each other over gossip and hearsay, and they're fighting they're just cutting to the bone. They're just going too low over just gossip about who said what and what said who. And it's just like, what are we doing? Every episode we're arguing about just gossip and foolery. And it's really just making me not interested in the series. If we're going to argue, let's argue about something factual. You know, I know that you said this for a fact. I saw you do it with my own eyes. I'm not going to just argue with you because I assume that you put something out there to the blogs and I have no proof. I'm just going off my intuition. That's nothing to really argue about.
It's like reaching for the stars. It's like reaching for straws. Like trying to find something to be relevant to be like this next big thing that they show, this next big tagline of something rude that you say at dinner. I'm like,
yeah, like an iconic. Yes, they're looking for an iconic scene that can be played over and over again, and they're overperforming to me. Like they're doing the most just to make an iconic scene. Iconic scenes are just off of just people acting naturally. And I said this on my blog page. These women, none of them are really insane. They all act insane. The only 2 insane people to me is Mary Cosby, that's the cult leader, and Jen Shaw, who's in prison for scamming people, and Monica Garcia, who was fired for stalking them prior to coming on the show. Those are the 3 insane people. Everyone else is pretty much well-bounded insane on this series. On Tuesday night's episode, Meredith Marks, who acts so high class and she acts like she's above them all, had the nerve to bully Brittany, who was a friend of the show, and throw her belongings off of the ship that they were on. So they did a cruise for a vacation, and she threw all of Brittany's stuff off of the boat. Brittany had no idea that her stuff was even thrown overboard until one of the crew members told her. So then Brittany was like, who threw my stuff over the boat? And Meredith was laughing. This is immature. These women are in their 50s, mid-50s. Touch my shit and I'm gonna punch you in your fucking face. That's what Britney should have did. You touch my fucking shit, I'm gonna throw you overboard, bitch. The fuck you touching my shit for? I just didn't understand that. So immature. It didn't stop there. I guess once they went home, they were on the airplane for 6 hours. Meredith got into a screaming match on the airplane with Brittany, shaking her seat, throwing wine on her, telling her she fucked up. And I guess the women were trying to calm her down. I guess the flight attendants were trying to calm her down. If I was Brittany, I would have made sure FBI was waiting for her when we landed and make sure she got arrested, because that's a terrorist. What are you touching my seat for and throwing liquor on me on on an airplane? Do you not have any decorum? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's just really annoying, and I'm really pissed off because Meredith, you had me defending Brittany, and I don't like Brittany, so now I'm really pissed off that I have to defend Brittany because I don't even like her either. She's stupid too. I'm just so annoyed with all these people. I think that they're all immature, but these fans, they love it. They love the drama. They love the chaos, and they're saying that this is the best season ever.
That's why they keep on doing it. They're just, again, trying to find the iconic moment, and I think that's where, I think it's going to be difficult for them to ever get a bigger audience, because they may keep their same loyal fans of listen to all the same petty drama back and forth, but to get anyone new, because somebody like me, I have tried to watch dozens of shows and it's all the same repetitive theme.
It is. It is.
Arguing over the stupidest stuff. It's dinner, it's arguing, it's going on a trip, it's arguing. It's going to somebody's house, is arguing. It's saying what somebody thinks somebody said, but they don't know if they said it. So I'm going to just try to cut you as deep as you can.
Right.
It just seems so petty. And these are grown ass women. After a while,
and
you're what are they fighting for?
And to me, okay, I can see if they want to argue because they heard let's say you told me someone said something about me and I confront them about it. All right. I can see that argument, but to keep it going every episode, to keep bringing it up, even though the person's denying it, stop beating a dead horse. That horse is dead, find something new it's really annoying, really annoying. Meredith, I don't like you. I think you're boring. You need to be fired. I think that first of all, she talks like this with her head to the side because she's a big ass head. All right. And she can't lean the head up straight. And she acts like she has seizures. She's just too much for me. Meredith, please leave the show next season. Can't take you. Can't take Whitney Rose. Can't take Brownwyn. Yeah, whatever. That's my opinion on the latest episode of Salt Lake City. I don't like the bullying. Stop bullying each other when you're in your mid 50s, going really pretty much early 60s. I think Meredith is like 57 years old. So stop it. Stop. Cut the shit. Because what would you tell your kids? 57, and you're up here throwing someone's stuff overboard. Bitch, I wish the fuck someone would touch my shit and throw it in the fucking ocean. First of all, you're littering. You're fucking littering. You're a litterer.
Not you're littering.
Well, David, I have some good news that I think that you and I will be happy about. Mm-hmm. Well, according to TMZ, Wendy Williams does not have dementia. All right?
Girl.
Yes, I'm hoping this is true. So TMZ is saying that Wendy's neurologist concluded that she does not have frontotemporal dementia, in which they provided the test to Wendy's legal team.
So what she got?
So wait, the test proves that Wendy doesn't need to be in a restrictive guardianship that was ordered by her judge. Now, this is conflicting with earlier tests that her guardian claims that she tested positive for. And so this is also a conflict because I guess frontotemporal dementia never gets better. It only gets worse. So the fact that they're saying that Wendy doesn't have it means she never had it in general because this disease never gets better. It only gets worse. So Wendy's legal team is planning to file legal documents to the court to ask the judge to terminate this guardianship. Now, if the judge denies the termination of the guardianship, Wendy's lawyer will then ask for this to go to trial, where he'll ask a jury to vote yes or no on Wendy's guardianship. So this is actually good news because we can get Wendy out of this guardianship. And, I think that her legal team just wants her family to be her guardian. I don't understand why strangers have to be Wendy Williams' guardian.
Well, I mean, her son stole money from her. So, I mean, you sure you want her family to do something?
Well, it doesn't have to be her son. She has her sister, she has her niece, and she has her brother, who are, all mature adults. Her son really shouldn't have access to the money. He was a 19-year-old kid. First of all, he was spending money and still got evicted from his I want to say $19,000 apartment that he had in Miami. He still got evicted because he was blowing all Wendy's money away. So the son shouldn't have ever had access to Wendy's money. But Wendy, if you watch the Lifetime documentary, I think the niece was included and Wendy's sister was included. They seem to be mature women who can probably most likely take care of Wendy and her finances.
So here's my take.
Yes.
I know you love Wendy. You all love Wendy for
been to her show many years. Love her. Yes. Met her.
So
love
for
her.
y'all who are listening, Marcus fucking love Wendy.
I do.
Really,
How you doing?
Really do.
How you doing?
He used to do this for he would always answer the phone. How you doing? Okay, but let me tell you something. Because I'm gonna be real.
Yes.
I don't know what she got, but something is off. Okay, and maybe it's because of the medicine they was giving her to sedate her. I don't know, because that could be the case. But a lot of times where I've seen her out in public when she was talking, she seemed a bit off. She was one day ankles swollen to the brim. She
has leukemia. She has leukemia, which causes she can't walk. That's why she's always in a wheelchair. So that will never go away.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's had that disease
for like 10 years. Yeah.
That's fair. That has nothing to do with her brain anyway. But still, she was in a wheelchair and she was trying to give somebody, like a homeless guy, some money. And she was like, but the way how she was giving the money away in her little pocketbook, here you go, darling. Gave the $4 away. She just seemed out of it. She seemed like she had edibles. She seemed like she was on shrooms. She seemed like she was in space. If she goes to court looking like she's in space, giving me shrooms, giving me that type of demeanor, they're not going to take her ass off of nothing. She may not have dementia, but she got something else. I think she calls something called NFS. I made
What the
up.
fuck is that?
NFS. I diagnosed her with that. It's
What is
called
that?
normal face syndrome. You look normal, but you off. She's off a little bit. I hope it's not dementia, but she got NFS. She look normal, like she not saying nothing. But once you start talking, you can see it. A lot of people got NFS though. You ever see a lot of attractive guys? But you know I don't got it. Shut your face. You know I ain't got it, goddamn it. A lot of people got NFS. They got NFS, what? I'm trying to tell you. A lot of people got NFS. She got NFS.
And the what?
NFS. NFS. Normal face syndrome.
For those who are wondering, that is not a real condition. Do not listen to David's buffoonery. Please do not listen to this man's buffoonery. Look, but if you remember the Lifetime documentary, Wendy was drinking heavily. So that's probably why she was spaced out, and she was drinking around the clock. Do you remember that? She wasn't eating. She was only drinking liquor. So maybe that's the reason why she was spaced out. And you know, she got fired from her show. She was under this guardianship. So allegedly, she's been sober for 3 years. And that's what
Why did she get fired?
Because, okay, so I've been doing this podcast for a while now. So JT and I talked about it the first season of this podcast. Something was going on with her behind the scenes where she was showing up naked to the set. She was
something off. Something is off.
Yeah,
something is off.
But maybe it was because she was drinking. I think it was because she was drinking. So she was showing up naked to the set a lot of times. I was actually supposed to go to the premiere season, whatever season it was. It was in 2022. I was supposed to go to the premiere episode. I got an email saying that it was pushed back the entire month, and that's because I guess she was acting erotically behind the scenes. She was like, I guess, groping producers behind the scenes as well, and then she became like lethargic. She couldn't remember she couldn't put sentences together. So that's when they got all the guest people for her final year. And the producers came to the conclusion that she's just not well to return. So she got fired. But that's what had happened in 2022 to 2023. Or was it 21? I'm sorry. It was 2021, September 2021 to September 2022. I was supposed to go to the September 2021 premiere show.
So you don't think it, other than the alcohol, you don't think there must be something that was a little bit off there? Because in the beginning, one of the things that you noted was that part of her depression was she got fired.
Yeah.
And that's why she started drinking a little bit more.
But her son wasn't talking to her either.
And her son was talking to her because her son was stealing from her, thieving ass motherfucker. But if she was showing up to work like that, I mean, something off.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. I just don't agree that she should be under our guardianship by strangers. I think that her family is capable of taking care of her. So we need to get her out of this guardianship, free Wendy, and have her sister, her niece, and her brother to take care of her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And get her back in that purple chair. Get her back in that purple chair, because I don't feel like doing this podcast for much longer. So, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing, Wendy? Get better, Wendy. Put down the alcohol, Wendy. How you doing? All right, let's go back to Bravo. I know you're going to be mad at me because we keep talking about Bravo, but I want to talk about the latest episode of Potomac, and I want your opinion about this. Okay,
I actually
we have two. Did you see where Angel? Did you see the end of the episode? You probably didn't.
Yeah, when they at the table.
No, they were at some sex party. See, you didn't finish it. It was at the end of this. They were at a bachelorette party. So we have two new housewives. We have Angel Massie and we have Tia Glover. Now, these women, this is the 7th episode, but filming-wise, they only been filming for 2 to 3 weeks now with the group. So these two new women don't really know the group like that. Angel got a little angry with one of the former housewives about some gossip that she heard about herself from the former housewife. So pretty much Angel was hanging out with Jassy, which, by the way, she's supposed to come on this podcast this season, but I never got back to her. I'm not really a fan of her. You know, she's a lovely girl. We talked on the phone back in May or April. But just not interested. You come on the podcast. Hey, Jesse. I think you still follow me. I'm not really sure. Angel and Jessie were talking, and Jessie was on, on her Instagram account. And I guess a friend of Jessie's DM'd her about some tea about Angel. And she told Angel, hey, well, I guess we have a mutual friend. This person said this and this is this about you. She said it off camera. But Angel brought it up on camera and was lashed out on her. Now, fans are saying that she's a Debbie Downer. She had no reason to bring this information up on camera if it was given to her off camera. And I'm like, give this girl some grace. She's new to this group. She doesn't know this group that well. She doesn't know if Jessie repeated this gossip to the other women. According to Jessie in the confessional, she says she never shared this gossip with anybody else within the group. So people are saying that Angel just has an anger issue and she doesn't know how to let things go. And I'm just thinking she's new to this group. She's on vacation with strangers. Give her some grace, everybody. Stop popping down her throat and giving her that title that she just is over dramatic. This is her first season. She's working. She doesn't know how to work this show yet. That's my opinion about that Angel situation. Any thoughts?
About Angel, or I can talk
anything.
About how okay, I got something. Yeah. Okay. So, you remember when Giselle was giving away those like personalized little shots?
Yes. Rude.
And she here's one thing that I did notice. I noticed this a couple times of just me looking back at past season, trying to look at recaps and everything else like this. Why does she keep on trying to act like she doesn't know Stacey? Like
because she's rude.
This cup is like it's supposed
she's
to be
rude.
Without a name on it. It's like she's reaching.
She's reaching.
Like,
she's a bully.
It's starting to get to me. Oh, and I'm still new to watching the show. I was like, it's starting to lose its punch. It's so repetitive. I'm like,
right.
Why does she keep on, going back?
She's miserable. Stacey is the star of the show. So this is Stacey's second season, and she is a fan favorite. Giselle is angry that she's a fan favorite. So this is Giselle's trip. She organized this trip. When they got to the trip, everybody had customized robes, and everyone got like a welcome to whatever island they're at letter, except for Stacey. Stacey's robe did not have her name on it. Stacey's letter was blank. And then we did the shot glasses where Stacey's shot glass is blank. It's just rude. Giselle, you're another one. You're too old to be acting like that. You're the matriarch of this group. You're the OG of the POC. And you need to start acting like it. You need to be a leader and not just a bully. She's a bully. And you're a beautiful woman, even though I don't like your wigs this season. It is looking wiggy. But you're a beautiful woman. Stop acting like a fucking bully, especially the Queen Stacey. Stacey is going to be the star of the show. I give it 2 years. It's going to be her show. And Giselle is not going to know, she's not going to know what to do with herself. Giselle's going to be looking stupid, like she always do. Looking stupid with her bad wigs. Stupid ass.
Looking stupid with her bad wigs.
I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that bullying shit.
I didn't like it.
Fuck off.
And not to mention, they grown ass women. That sounds like some shit that little kids do. I'm not going to put your name. I'm not going to put your name on. Oh, it was supposed to be yours, but here you go. It's like, I was like, damn, this is so like, are these really grown ass women? Like,
people are loving it. All the Giselle fans think it's funny. It's just like, once again, they're talking about her breath. They're making her feel excluded from the group by making sure that she has nothing customized like the other women. Now they're making her feel welcome, and they trying it with all the nice girls because you know how I am. You try to bully me, I'm gonna bully you, ho. Don't fuck with me. Do not fuck with me. Because I'm going to fuck with you 10 times harder. And they're doing it to all the nice women that they know they can get away with it. And I don't like that. I need these nice women to get a backbone, take off your shoe, and throw it right at their head and bust their head open. I guarantee you she won't forget who you are then. I guarantee you she'll make sure you have your name on the next shot glass.
Well, speaking going back to Stacey, one of the things what I kind of didn't like what was Stacey but she kind of had a hesitation. I guess she was dating somebody named like Chris Daniels or somebody like that.
Chris Samuels, yes.
Chris Samuels.
Yes, former football player.
Yeah. So with that whole situation first of all, Stacey was single. She wasn't, what's the name, Monique or Monique? What's her ex?
Monique Samuels, yes. She was a former Potomac housewife, yes.
So like, I just feel like she didn't owe anybody anything.
No.
Even if she had did nasty. I know she said she didn't, but even if she had, who cares?
She's a grown ass.
It's her business. And I felt like she didn't need to like worry about what anybody else said, but I think that's her trying to like stay on a good side. It's just not a thing. I felt like they were kind of trying to make this a thing, and it wasn't a thing to me. I'm like, wait. I had to look back and go do some research. Like, wait, did she know anybody? Was it like did she do
Monique was
wrong?
on the show
she did
for
nothing wrong.
So when Monique was on the show, she was married to Chris, and then she got off the show 5 years ago. Her and Chris divorced. Stacey and Monique never met. They never met. They don't even know each other. So what's the issue? Ashley Darby with her big ass forehead. What's the issue, Ashley? Ashley's one who tried to make that into a big thing. You know, they want to pick on Stacey. They want her to be the bad guy. They want her to be the bad guy so bad. And it's just so annoying to watch. They're bullying this woman. They're bullies. Bullies. Bravo is bullies.
She's a favorite.
Yes. And they want to bring her down.
Because a lot of comments that I wrote, people really like her. I was like, oh, it's
I love her. I love her.
And I think that because of that, it's that rookie kind of newcomer kind of hazing kind of thing that I feel like is going on. It's very much like high schoolish. Like they really be attacking this woman. I'm like, damn, they really are some damn bullies, like dead ass. They need to get punched in the damn neck.
But you know what? They did the same thing to Monique for 5 years, but Monique checked all their asses. Monique kept checking their asses. Monique, you have to watch Monique's season. They did the same thing with her, especially Giselle. And Monique kept clocking them, clapping back. And they couldn't keep up with her. They could not keep up with her. And then one time, Monique left the show because she gave one of the girls the 1-2. All right, dragged her across the floor. All right, made the girl bleed through glass in her face.
Not the 1-2.
Monique had to give the girl the business. And then they made it seem like Monique was violent. Like, y'all kept poking Monique. God. Y'all kept provoking her. These Potomac women, they could be bullies. All right, buddy, you got the next platform. Let's talk about your president that you voted for. You know, people believe me it was a couple of people that asked me if you really voted for him. I'm like, I would never have someone who voted for Trump on the podcast. Never have. I mean, as a permanent host, I should say. I would never have. But no, I when I say that, I'm just being funny. I don't know who you voted for. Did you vote for Donald Trump? I actually don't know.
No, listen. Why would you want me to say a bad motherfucking word on here? I've been being very peaceful. No, I didn't vote for that motherfucker. Why in the fuck would I vote for that motherfucker? Why?
I just, it was just a yes or no question. You didn't have to give an adjective about him. I was just asking if you voted for him. All right.
No, I didn't vote for his ass.
So for all the people who think that I'm outing him like as a secret Trump supporter, it's just a joke. I'm just joking with him.
Make America great again, everybody. Oh my God, did I see that?
So I was joking when I said he's not a Trump supporter. He is a Trump supporter.
Stop before I get some hate mail randomly.
No, people have been asking me. I've said that to you. The president you voted for, people have been like, did he really vote? I'm like, no. Don't you catch the sarcasm? There's sarcasm in the sentence. But yeah, talk about the president you voted for.
Yes, so the president that I voted for in this past election in another fucking universe.
That's a good soundbite. I'm gonna have to save that soundbite. You're admitting.
You need to make sure you add for in another fucking universe.
I'm gonna cut that part out.
So I don't know if anybody realized that they just had new Epstein email files that were literally mentioning freaking Donald Trump in the email, which is freaking crazy. Why it's so crazy is because they recently just sworn in the last House representative person who have not. She's from Arizona. She had not got sworn in, but they needed one more vote to vote on the Epstein files so that they could actually let the files be 100% open. And right now, what we saw is that there was 3 fucking emails that was obtained from Epstein estate that mentioned Trump name directly. And one of them mentioned that he was in the room with an underage victim spent hours at my house with him. So it's like,
I didn't see that part. Oh,
so in is one email in I think it was like 2011. Epstein had talked about how Trump as the dog that hasn't barked, and then he writes that someone who the Democrats identify as an Epstein victim, but whose name I think they pulled the name out off of the email, that he spent hours, and then this is in quotes, Epstein said, he spent hours at my house with him, apparently referring to Trump. So you know that these 3 emails that now have been leaked, they're doing everything they can to like make sure that the Epstein files are not released. So his name is straight up on there 100%. But you know, a lot of MAGA supporters think that this is perfectly fine and it is okay.
Well,
and this is all
that's
a
not what they're
Democrat
saying.
hoax.
Well, okay, that's what they're saying. The Trump and the White House has issued a saying, or put out a statement on Wednesday saying that it was a hoax, and this proves absolutely nothing other than the fact that President Trump did nothing wrong. So that's what they're saying, because to them he was just at Epstein's house, and doesn't
playing
prove
Monopoly.
anything. Yes, and it doesn't
he
prove
was there
anything.
with an underage girl in his fucking 50s playing Monopoly, apparently. So,
but didn't Trump? Well, hasn't he been denying that he's never been to Epstein's house or on the island? Hasn't it always been denial that he's been saying? I don't know if that to be fact, but I'm really asking a question. Hasn't he really denied that, or did he always confirm that he had a relationship with Epstein and he's been to the property before?
I don't think he's denied it, because on his flight logs, he has his name on Epstein's flight, his plane. He has his name stating that he had flown to the island and with Jeffrey Epstein. But check this out, though. Just either last year or earlier this year, Donald Trump said that how some of his workers were being recruited out of his establishment by Epstein. Why would some of the workers who go on with Epstein, who are underage, why were they working with you? And why were you mad about that?
Interesting. Well, I feel like we all know he had some involvement. I even think the Republicans, people who voted for him, knows that he had some involvement. It's obvious because he released files on Martin Luther King, or was it JF Kennedy? I can't remember. He released files from 50, 60 years ago, but you're not releasing the files that people are asking for, which is the Epstein's files. Just release those files. And then who did he fire? Oh, him and Elon Musk, when they had fell out, Elon had said he saw the files himself.
Yep, and said his name was on it.
Yes, on the list. So the fact that you are prolonging releasing these files, this makes everyone just confirm that you have something to hide. All right. I would be surprised if he was at the freak off at Diddy's shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Trump, like, you are a predator. You are a predator. All right. How do you think he got with Melania? You think Melania came over here just willingly? I think Melania was a prostitute. Yes, probably. Absolutely. Well, and I think she still is paid
him. It's a certain visa that she got. She got this visa where it's like an extraordinary something. It's like somebody who normally invents something or creator or something. They'll give them this extraordinary like pass, pretty much visa. I can't think of it. I want to get it. I'll have it next time. But pretty much, she was able to slide her behind all the way over here really, really quickly. And you know, he paid her way to for her to be here. She can't stand his ass either.
She can't stand him. She don't want to be around him. She's still getting paid by him. She wants to leave him so bad. You know, she's only in her early 50s. She's like 52 years old. She looks like she's 70 years old. Can you believe it? How young she is? She looks terrible for her age. Terrible.
Well, look what she had to deal with. She got to deal with this craziness. I think the only thing what was kind of bothering me about this Epstein file thing is that these people who voted for him, a lot of people just don't even care. It's like they have just ignored that this is happening because they have so much hatred toward, quote unquote, the left, so much hatred toward, quote unquote, Democrats and all this political talk that you are ignoring the fact that this man is a predator and he has multiple sex. He already had cases against him that was proven in court. And he has the fact that he was in these logs with Epstein, best friends. There's tons of videos. And so they ignore this. They ignored what a cult. That's the biggest cult in the world was those people who have voted for Donald Trump and ignored every single thing he did for the sake of feeling like he is their savior. He's from God. Really?
Well, make sure you tell all your celebrity friends, starting with Snoop Dogg and T.I. and all the other rappers who performed at his inauguration, because those are the people, those public figures are also to be held accountable as well. Because what they were telling their audience is that Donald Trump is the best president ever. And if I'm voting for him, you should be too. That's what that said to me. So make sure this message is to everybody, including the public figures who represented Donald Trump as well. Because they
Talk to your friends. Talk to your friends, Marcus.
No, those are not my friends. I don't have any friends that, Snoop Dogg is not my friend. His homophobic, transphobic ass. Not my friend, all right? I'm just really shocked by Snoop Dogg, really, really shocked by him. But I can't be shocked by someone who cheats on his wife left and right. And T.I. too. And if T.I. voted for Trump, what do you think ugly ass Tiny did? Voted for Trump as well. Probably Candy Burris from Housewives and Escape. She probably voted for. It's just like, it just makes you wonder. I always said this. I've been saying this for the past year. And I hate talking race. I don't like talking race. But before, his first term, we kind of had an idea of who voted for him. This time around, you don't know who voted for him. It's like aliens amongst us. You don't know anyone voted for him because at this point, I could have voted for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't know anymore who voted for him. You never know.
I mean, how he won, it does make you feel like that. And I think, again, you don't have to love Kamala. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But for people to
principles.
ignore the fact, and a lot of people thought that he was good on economy. Are y'all fucking dumb? The man done had 3, 4, 5 different bankruptcies. And he doesn't pay people back. And these people thought that this man is really going to do something for you. What?
It's the blue collar people. He won the majority of God. Well, it's the tax cuts. A lot of the rich people and celebrities voted him because of the tax cut. They want less taxes being taken out of their money. And then there's the blue collar people who thought that he can provide more jobs and better pay wages for them. And that's how he won the vote. That's how.
What a joke.
What a joke. And we just aren't, even though this shutdown wasn't his doing, but we just are coming off of a 45-day shutdown, which should be concluded by today, I think. So I don't know. The world that we live in, we have 3 more years left with this fat motherfucker, fat ass pig. And yeah, so. Well, David, that was our show. We got through that real quick, like a quickie. Any final thoughts before we wrap up? No? Good. All right, guys. Thank you so much for...
Wow. It was really quick, like how quick you take showers and don't get everything. Yeah.
You have a big book hanging from your big ass fucking nose. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
This is an earring when I got this in Paris. And I still kept the original one because like the other ones kept on falling out, and I do not want to get another nose.
Is it a screw?
Yeah, it's a screw one.
I have a screw too. I have 2 screws too. Yeah,
forget that. Because if you don't get it, they'll fall out sometimes.
I know. I don't think I ever told you this. I had this pair 7 times because it kept falling out. 7 times in 1 year. I had the corkscrew. I had just the regular piercing, and then I had the loop, and all 3 kept coming out. So 7 times in 1 year, I had to get this side pierced over and over. At this point,
I got 3 times, and the 4th time I was in Paris, I said, no, I need the long thing. I never want to come on, and I have not changed this. I've not changed this in the last 3 years or whatever the years it was. I've not changed it.
I had this one since 2020, and then I just got this one a year ago. So, yeah, I got my ears pierced a year ago, and then I got another nose ring. So,
yeah, I went got the double. I got the double.
Oh, you copied me. Look at that. I got the double too. All right, look at us. We're twins. Hi, twin.
I'm so mad I'm not going to see you when I come up there on Friday.
Uh-oh.
But
you're gone.
Yeah, help your grandma. Yeah, help your grandma.
You're gone. Are you back?
I'm going where? Where am I going to?
Oh, no, you're back. You just cut out for a minute.
Oh, I heard you say, you're gone. You're gone. I'm like, no. I'm like, no. Where am I going?
You just went away. All right, David. Well, that's our show. I don't want to hold up people. We will talk to you. Wait, what's the schedule like next week? Hold on. Is it next week the holiday?
Next week is.
Oh no, next week is not the holiday. Never mind. Usually for the holidays we take that week off. So next week would be our last episode of this month, and then we'll be back in December. But yeah, we'll see you all next Friday. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Yeah.